Welcome in. It is Monday. Yes, it is Monday. Thank you for joining us here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sertovin. You know how you kind of have like a brain freeze where you're like, wait, today is Monday.
What day is it? Where am I?
Where am I?
What time is it?
What time is it? It is Monday, and it's Monday afternoon. It is 12:30. We're in the right place, and you're watching the right program. Live Impact News here on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sertovin. Carlene Bragg is here in studio. How are you doing, Carlene?
Good. How are you?
I am okay. I can't complain. It is MLK Day.
Yes.
I'm looking down at my screens right now because celebrations are happening in real time to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His birthday was last week, but we celebrate his birthday today. And so much is going on. So much has happened over this weekend to commemorate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. Let's start with this. Weather.
Yeah.
Because I was almost late to work defrosting my car. I parked in the shade, which I usually don't do. And I get out there and it's Frosty, the snowman.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
My husband woke me up this morning. He was like, Becca, it snowed. And so I got up really fast. I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, that's just frost.
It's frost. It excited a lot of people because it looked like snow.
It definitely did. Yeah, it was some thick frost. Thankfully, I park in the garage, so I did not have door issues.
You're lucky.
I
am blessed. Princess parking.
Princess parking.
parking.
I like it.
So I didn't have to be out in the elements, but it was very thick. Even when I was going to work, driving in around 9:30, it was still out. So the sun is gonna melt it. We'll see temperatures rise up into the 40s and 50s today, but certainly cold start to the week, and we've got more chances for some winter weather. This past Sunday was kind of a disappointment. We were maybe looking at the potential from a changeover from rain to snow. Just didn't happen for us. And if you were out and about at Sunday at all, man, it was cold and just a miserable day. I had to get some groceries and I was not having fun. So this is going to be a completely different setup as we go into next weekend. It's also going to have the potential to not only see snow, but see more of that mixed wintry precipitation, such as freezing rain, the potential for sleet. So a lot of questions going into it as well, which we will get into. For now, enjoy the sunshine. We've got wall to wall across the greater Charlotte area. This extends all the way up into the mountains as well. We have warmed up now to a temperature of 40 degrees after starting off in the 20s this morning. Heading out for any MLK Day plans. It's going to be nice for that. Temperatures will continue to rise into the middle to upper 40s, likely peaking close to around 50 late this afternoon. Completely dry conditions expected. Boy, has it been a fantastic weekend on the slopes. This is a live look outside over towards Beech Mountain. I'm not sure if you guys have seen those videos from this weekend, but there were long lines at the ski resorts, which we love to see. A lot of people, of course, off from work or school enjoying that Bluebird Day. They've been making a lot of their own snow as well. So if you're headed up there, note that actual temperatures will be warming up into the upper 20s, close to about 30 degrees for a high, but with that wind chill, it's going to be feeling like the teens. Now, going into tonight and early tomorrow morning, there is going to be a cold weather advisory that gets issued by the National Weather Service. That means dangerous wind chills expected as low as 10 degrees below. So limit outdoor exposure. Definitely do those precautions. Bring pets inside. Another thing that's happening tonight is a G4 geomagnetic storm watch. Now, what that means is this is when we have the potential to see some power voltage control problems, satellite tracking, but you could also see the aurora possible. And as we go into early tomorrow morning, basically after sunset tonight into early tomorrow morning, this is when you should look up north when we have the potential to potentially see some aurora as far south as Georgia and Alabama. This is just a potential, so a G4 geomagnetic storm watch means a severe geomagnetic storm is expected, one that can push auroral activity much further south than usual. So certainly something that we'll be watching for. Take out your phone and use that night exposure. Usually will take the best pictures. As we go into tomorrow morning, it is going to be a freezing start. We'll be starting off in the lower 20s, likely with frost, just like we had this morning. May not be as thick, though. We'll continue that into Wednesday morning. After that, a brief warm-up with morning temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s as we go towards the end of the work week. I'd say Thursday is going to be the pick of the week just because we'll have high temperatures close to about 60 degrees. So if you're tired of the cold weather, we'll have at least a brief really form up before back to reality. Look at those high temperatures as we go into your Saturday and Sunday. They'll be in the 40s and even middle to upper 30s. So we've got two scenarios happening this weekend. We've got a high pressure system that's going to bring us a cold air damming setup. That means cold air gets backed up against the Appalachian Mountains, and then an approaching cold front and low pressure system. Depending on where that low pressure system sets up, could bring us some freezing rain or a wintry mix, or it could bring us the potential for some more snow. So we're watching this closely, but models aren't necessarily in full agreement on what is going to fall. We are still 6 days out, but the fact that both of these models are showing a big, impactful winter storm, that does give us enough confidence that, hey, you'll want to watch this weekend. Here's that latest futurecast. A couple of showers going into your Friday. Nothing big. Then here comes Saturday morning. This could potentially be a long duration event occurring from Saturday morning all the way through early Sunday. That would bring more yet impactful weather for us as well. So Futurecast, here comes Saturday morning around 10 o'clock. We've got that wintry mix around the greater Charlotte area. That snow line is trying to creep down just a little bit further south alongside that I-40 corridor. And then this continues into early Sunday before pushing off right around midday. And then we dry off and then certainly cool down as we go into the second half of the weekend. We're still 6 days out, so we're just looking at trends. This is looking more likely or less likely as we go on the days ahead. Note that this could be a freezing rain event. This could be a big snow event. We're looking at lots of different factors here. So just stay tuned with that latest forecast as we continue to fine tune it throughout the next 7 days. So Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day. Today, chilly sunshine, highs upper 40s, close to about 50 degrees. By the time we get to Tuesday, it is going to be a cold start, lower 20s, highs only staying in the 40s. We'll be warming back up briefly. Thursday, probably the pick of the week, close to about 60. And then here comes that winter weather mess as we go into this weekend, but we will be here for all of it, you guys.
Oh man, it's like I'm looking at the forecast 7-day, and it's like we're cold today. Thursday, as you mentioned, is like, okay, best time to be outside, and then it just drops.
It does. That's January for you.
Oh.
You know, this is like our second chance.
Yeah.
Winter weather. We didn't have it yesterday or this weekend, so this is our first real chance of winter weather so far this winter season. We'll see what happens.
I don't know how I feel about that, Becca.
You know, we gotta have at least one or two every winter.
Is this?
So.
I guess is this about the time that we would normally have it? I mean, I feel like
Yes,
February,
January and February.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Oh, I feel like that came fast. Like I was like,
Yeah.
whew, okay, we got through that one.
Yeah, we're not out of the clear.
I didn't
No,
like
no.
scenario 1 or scenario 2.
No.
Scenario 1 is like ice, and then scenario 2 is snow. I guess I'll take the
We're
snow.
not-
I'll
guys.
take the snow. Yeah.
It's easier to drive on.
It
man.
is,
Yeah.
yes. So fingers crossed. You know, I think a lot of people for a long time have been wanting a good snow in Charlotte, not just a dusting or a tenth of an inch. They want a couple of inches.
Carlene has been asking for a good
No,
snow.
I have not. I am the opposite. I feel like there's two extremes. There's not people that are in between. It's like you either really want it or you're like,
Yeah.
no, girl.
Oh,
And
we're-
I am no girl.
I'm no,
I will
I'm-
pass.
Yeah, I'm no.
We
on
are-
the
we are
snow.
no.
No on the snow.
Are you? How do you feel about snow?
I'm excited for the potential for a couple of inches. Yeah.
Really?
I would really enjoy that. Yep.
Becca.
I know. I just want something more than like a powdered sugar
Sure.
dusting. you
Okay,
know?
okay.
More than
You-
a sprinkle.
You want to build an actual snowman?
Yeah. Is that so wrong?
No,
Snow angel?
No,
Yeah.
no, but she does weather for a living, so
Yeah,
it makes
of course.
sense.
Like,
It makes
yeah,
sense.
she's
It makes
excited
sense.
for it.
It makes sense. It makes sense. As long as it's safe.
Well,
Yeah.
now that I said that, we're probably going to get an icy mess, and it's gonna be
Oh.
nothing.
All
I'm
right.
going to stop talking now.
Becca Bursall, thank you as always for
course.
stopping in for the forecast. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back here in just 2 minutes here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.